Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to Belgrade on a sunny day. Currently at the end of Cara Dušana street. Left from us is the Belgrade Zoo, Zoološki vrt Belgrade. And at the right hand side is, now I did wrong, because now they are fixing, renovating practically the street, and I decided to go straight ahead instead of going left. Right from us used to be the famous Beko factory, because the confection, clothing practically factory. Now will be K district, residential, and probably there will be some commercial space. The red light, I don't know why this guy went through red light, but never mind. So you see the cranes and the area under construction, and left also to be visible the walls of the Kalemegdan fortress, the famous fortress from the Ottoman times. Practically Belgrade Zoo is within the Kalemegdan fortress, which is, well, according to my knowledge, a unique case worldwide. Not only that, but the fact that the zoo is practically within, I would say, 300 meters from the main pedestrian street in town, practically from the very heart of the city center. This is definitely, I believe, unique thing. So that's why I believe all tourists like it. Good also to mention that the entrance to the Kalemegdan fortress is free. There is also a military museum within the fortress and several other interesting things to see. So visit to the fortress, and zoo optionally, of course, but visit to the fortress is definitely a must do for any visitor of Belgrade. It's definitely one of the, I would say, 3 highlights of this city. The other being, of course, my favorite, Ada Ciganlija lake, which is a bit more distant, not as close. But here also, just behind this bank in front of us, is the confluence of Sava river into Danube. So also magnificent spot. So, but this is all within the very walking distance from the city center, from the pedestrian street. Here to the right is the Nebojša Tower, also part of the Kalemegdan Fortress complex. Some nasty things. It used to serve as a prison, and also used for torturing prisoners, etc., etc. So not very bright history of that place. According to some historians, also the famous Rigos Fere, as we say in Serbian, was tortured and killed, practically decapitated here, because this was the famous method of the Ottomans, practically decapitating people. And there was another method, but this one is so ugly that I don't even want to mention it. Now passing beneath the passarella that leads to Kalemegdan Fortress from the Beton Hala. Beton Hala practically being an interesting place, used to be warehouses. One cannot make a left turn from here anymore. Wow. And now you see Sava River. You also see the Belgrade Waterfront Tower, the 4 buildings already completed of the Belgrade Waterfront complex. And so this is the ex-port of Belgrade. There were two ports, one on Sava River, this one, and the other one on Danube River, which is practically now behind us at Dorćol. And we are now seeing the famous Brankov bridge. Well, official name of this bridge is not Brankov Bridge, but everybody knows it as Brankov Bridge. Because one of the famous Serbian writers, Branko Ćopić, allegedly killed himself by jumping from the bridge. Okay, now we'll be entering Brankov Bridge. This is the way to enter it. And in front of us is the one of the, I mean, for all tourists, probably one of the, or at least for younger tourists that use public means of transportation, is the important spot is the bus station. This is the central, one of the most central bus stations for the intra-city buses. I mean, the one that are serving public transportation within the city. And from here, there goes bus number, for instance, 15 to Zemun, and many other buses to various areas. So practically from here, you can reach more or less any part of town. Okay, now practically going to Brankov Bridge. The two buildings that are to be seen on the right hand side are the two CK buildings. Central Committee buildings. Actually, there used to be the one at the right hand side. Is the famous CK building. Actually, only the skeleton of that building belonged to the CK building. This building was damaged with, I mean, during the NATO campaign bombardment in 1999. And it was then reconstructed and turned into a business, I mean, office building. And the other one, the one now in front, as we look at it, the first one to be seen, has been constructed more recently, practically finished last year. I believe it's also an office building. And now driving through the Bulevar of Nikole Tesle. Practically this boulevard going parallel to Danube River from let's say this moment onwards, going parallel to Danube River. People are crossing the streets just like that. But okay. And now going practically direction Zemun and New Belgrade. First we will be reaching the very end of New Belgrade and then soon after Zemun. That much for now. Thanks for watching and talk to you soon again.